in studio, and I'm joined by Tom Kelly from Evona. Tom, lovely to see you. Why do you think diversity is such an issue in the aerospace and space industry?
Yeah, it's a massive problem. If you look at the US alone, it's 89% white and 72% male. So that is a huge issue. Compare it to most of the sectors in the US, and it's pretty much the worst. And what we've identified is that between the ages of 10 and 13, for girls, STEM becomes a boy thing. You know, to be an engineer, to go into maths, and really that's kind of the tipping point. And the icing on the cake is that 70% of people who are in STEM are in STEM because of their parents' influences. So what you've got is white men pushing their white sons into STEM. So it's just a problem that's just kind of getting worse and worse and worse and worse. So you know, I think that's where the problem starts. And I think furthermore, when it does come to staffing and recruiting, most companies just advertise their jobs. You know, that's what we do. That's what everyone does. But the issue with that is that women are 6 times less likely to apply to an advert. And I'm not saying it's the same for all women, but most women, when they look at an advert, will try to find reasons why they're probably not the right fit for the job, whereas guys, on average, will go, I'll just give it a go, basically. So all these companies that are advertising their jobs, again, it's this ever white, ever male STEM sector that's then 6 times more likely to attract guys. So this is why there's a diversity issue.
So what can be done?
So we just did a presentation a few moments ago about just sharing our story as a business and how we've attracted people from different backgrounds, attracted lots of women. And things that could be done, for example, is, you know, when you're trying to attract people into your company, you need to send them a message. You know, you need to explain the company. Don't put a list of skills. Explain what you can offer. And you know, that for us has meant that we've attracted lots and lots of people from different backgrounds. I think as well, something that the organisations can do is when they've got people in the business, they need to provide more flexibility. So 69% of women last year that left their job would have stayed in their job if they would have had more flexibility. 69%. So, you know, we're way over half there. So companies need to be thinking ahead of like, okay, how can I be flexible? How can I offer, you know, more chance to work from home, more chance to pick up the kids? You know, for us as a business, we had a new starter last week actually. She works in content marketing, and we're having a bit of a laugh about it because she was asking us if she could go to the toilet and if she could go for lunch. And we're so far down the road now. For us, it was it was absolute madness. But that's the world that we live in. You know, people are in institutional, exactly, yeah. And you know, they're almost kind of confined into these working practices, which are just so unnecessary. It doesn't need to happen. You know, if you give people the autonomy and the flexibility, and you sort of take away those constraints, people will achieve better. And I think one thing that companies get massively wrong is that they underestimate that most people actually do want to do well. Most people do actually want to have a good career and progress. So all you're doing is kind of holding that back.
So what are your hopes for the industry and where you'd like to see it from a diversity perspective in, say, 5 or maybe even 10 years?
So I think from a diversity, it's important to mention that, you know, this isn't just about men and women. You can see, you know, most of the time if it's a man or if it's a woman, but what you don't see is the diversity that's kind of hidden. So different ways of working, different skills. You know, we have a lot of very different people in our business, and some of the best relationships are people that one person has ADHD, and then the other person is from a very, very kind of interesting background. You'd never put them together, but when you do put them together, the conversations and the creativity and the sparks fly. So I think businesses need to be careful not to hire people that just look like them, despite the fact that 4 of us that founded the business look exactly the same. But you need to just be open to different people, different backgrounds, different ideas, and actually welcome it and encourage it, and then don't put in constraints that don't need to be there. You know, that's really the most important thing. So where would I like to see it? I'd like to see more businesses encouraging people from different backgrounds. I would like to see more businesses being able to come up with new ideas and really kind of push forward innovation. And the data shows if you have a business with diverse people, you will outperform a business that doesn't. So it's really simple. That's all people need to do.
What an amazing message, Tom. Thank you very much.
Sure. Thanks a lot.